name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Send remains to be your number one, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you will see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. 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 Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Oh yeah! Are you ready? Elevate GH in partnership with Sammy Flex TV Production comes your way with a great opportunity for new and up-and-coming artists as well as already established independent artists, record labels or talent managers. Packages include quality music video shoots and music promotion. We give you clean shots, better video quality and the opportunity to promote you and your work across the globe. For more details and enquiries, call 0553 049 693 or 050-4323-640. Elevate GH and Sammy Flex TV Production. Everything for the culture.
Hello, my name is Bismarck Ejapon. I'm a personal trainer here at Wembley Leisure Center. I am here to help you to achieve your health and fitness goals and also to transform your physique. I'm in the gym almost every single day. If I'm not here, you can come through to the casual area where you find my iPad stand and you can get in contact with me by filling in your details. If not, speak to a member of Better Gym staff and they'll be able to get in contact with myself.
Sunday evening here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily, and I told you yesterday that when I come today, the team will be sitting down proper to do their own analysis of the VGMAs after I had that session with you last Sunday. And again, I want to confirm to you that our Sunday evening show, that is the one-on-one evening show, has come to stay. So every Sunday in the evening, in the comfort of your countries, your offices, your homes, you also get to appear on Sammy Flex TV via our one-on-one conversation. So last Sunday, we had some beautiful people coming online, also joining the conversation, and it was so beautiful. I want to say shouts to all of them. Remember, this Sunday we're going to do it again between the hours of 7, 8, 9, at least from 7 and 9. We will kill this. You also come on the line, show your face, and tell the world that you are one of us here on Sammy Flex TV. The agenda continues, and I promised you that when the gentlemen come to take their seats, then they will be sharing more angles and ideas from the VGMA. So today, you can see man like J Smart. I know J Smart has been away for a very long time, but today he says he has a lot to say to the unserious people. So he's back to do his thing. J Smart, he now works with Anidaso TV here in Accra. Kojokin is also here. Kojokin, after the VGMAs, has been sleeping, sir. I don't know why he has been sleeping all this while. I mean, it's a well, Oh, but finally he's awake. He's awake and active right here to do it. He's a musician, pundit, marketing executive, event person. Roland Amate is also a journalist. He is a talent manager. He's an event publicist and now very actively pushing more stories on his Showbiz GH channel on
Showbiz channel GH.
Oh, Showbiz channel GH.
Yes.
Showbiz channel
Thank you,
GH. Okay, that is www.showbizchannelgh. Okay. Okay. You're changing rolandreport.com. Subconscious. The subconscious mentioned the correct one. You change the name of the website to rolandreports.com. Simple. Well, so that is it. More stories there. Go to Robot website.
It is www.showbizchannelgh.com.
Showbizchannelgh.com.
Yes.
All right, so that's it. More stories flowing on that side. You can also go and enjoy some more. And behind the scenes, the Guitar Rasta, you can call him Currency. He's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Time is up. Let's do more. But before I zoom in into action, remember that Tap Send is still behind us, supporting us on what we do here on Sammy Flex TV. If it is money you want to send back home to your people, please get Tap Send downloaded onto your phone. Now, so many countries are using Tap Send. Get the information on your phone, and as much as you get this, you are going to get some $10, €5, £5 via Tap Send. But remember to use the promo code Sammy Flex if you are a first-time user. This will help you to get the money. So get the app downloaded on your phone, put in your details, and use the promo code SammyFlex. Get some more money into your wallet so you can send some more to your people now. Now let's get into business, and let me start with just Matt, where he has been and what he has been doing. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Shouts to your artist.
Elijah the Worshipper.
He was eating fufu this afternoon.
Yeah, so a special good afternoon to our viewers, and of course to Elijah the Worshipper. He has a new one out, Prophet.
Prophet?
Yeah, Prophet.
What will it profit a man?
What will it profit a man, of course. And this one is, of course, you know, Elijah the Worshipper is an Afrobeat artist. And so this is a Prophet song on a very soothing Afrobeat beat.
But it's a gospel song.
A gospel song.
He's an Afrobeat artist.
No, he's a gospel artist.
No, he just said he's an Afrobeat
No, he
artist.
didn't say that.
So his...
He said it.
Oh, I said that, but what I mean is Elijah is Afrobeat gospel artist, you know. So you see the thing is
Charlie. Mama Jumaidi. Afrobeat gospel artist.
So the thing is, if you have followed Elijah.
No, wait. Is Elijah the Worshipper slowing down on gospel now?
No, he's not slowing down on gospel.
So
He's
what
a
is
gospel
Afrobeat
artist.
gospel artist?
Elijah is a gospel artist, but the thing is, he does Afro gospel, right? Urban, what we call the urban gospel, but he's mainly towards the Afrobeat lane, right?
Come on, we can see the baby watch now. See the Afro gospel.
Afro gospel.
Fansa.
Okay.
Fansa.
Actually, award ban when you be animals. Afro gospel category.
And as we speak, Elijah, of course, has some 2 nominations from the 2.
No, what I mean is Afro gospel category Ben award scheme.
Also, urban gospel artist.
No, sure. Well, so that was just by the way, and even before we zoom into proper, I want to say thanks to some of our people who supported us to get some of our pundits to go see the VGMAs, Jackie Boatin and Nashdeen. We want to say thank you to you guys for your support. In fact, Sammy Flex TV had more people at the event more than so many media houses. Even the big media houses, they didn't have their reps there like we had. We represented with about 7 or so people. Yeah, because we here alone are 3. Reagan, Kobe Jones Van, 5, Jata. Forcing, Sammy Rasta, hey, does
Koskuli.
Edem Chotome.
Edem Chotome was also there, and I'm sure we were able to achieve this by your kind support. So once again, we really appreciate. But today is going to be 100% VGMAs. In fact, every necessary angle that we have to look at it from, we are going to take it from all angles. So one person will take each angle, then we'll be rotating like that till we exhaust all the angles. Maybe subsequently, if it becomes necessary for us to look at some more angles on the VGMAs, we will still do. But first, let's talk about attendance, how we saw attendance. The good thing is that J Smart here watched from TV, and we want that balance. Those who watched from TV and those who watched live from the space. We want to see how these two observed the event, which will also help us to do a beautiful analysis of the whole event. So, attendance. Jay, whilst watching on TV, how did you judge attendance on the day?
Okay, so first of all, let me say a very kudos to the Charterhouse and I think organizers of the VGMA, and again to Vodafone. I think for holding them down for so many years now. It's not easy. And
but
of course,
Vodafone is the lifeline of the awards scheme. Should they go out?
Yeah, of course.
And then I'm in Crawford goes to break.
Yeah. Because as we speak, like you said, we know of a certain award scheme that was really pushing and giving VGMA the competition. But as it stands now, clearly they are pulling back, possibly because of some of these sponsorship issues. And so, of course, we can't talk about the progress of VGMA without not at
recognizing
least
the effort of
Vodafone. Yeah, they are doing so well. And again to the new sponsorship that they've bagged. I think I saw Yango and other people also come on board. Yeah, I think they have done so well. Honestly, for some of us who for some time now are delving more into production and trying to learn more about production, I think it would be very fair for me to say that VGMA have tried. Yeah, they've done so well, especially when you look at the fee or the cost of the tickets and watching from home, looking at how the whole place was occupied. Because I think regular was 500 cedis. Yeah. So it means VGMA have done so well in terms of attendance, having gathered all these numbers. Of course, I from one point or the other thinks that this particular VGMA did not do a lot of publicity like that, and so at least to still be able to gather or make all these numbers without any proper, let's say, publicity, especially from the artists themselves and then the organizers. I think it means Ghanaians have accepted the VGMAs. And so in that regard, I think what should we talk about the numbers? I think for attendance, it was very, very, very great. Just that I thought people paid whooping amounts like 500 cedis and then were disappointed, if I should say.
Were disappointed about what?
Were disappointed about everything that they gave them in the auditorium. This time around, I just want to tackle from the attendance.
Yeah, what I mean is, how do you know they were disappointed?
Of course, I know they were disappointed because I have seen tweets and a lot of conversation from people that were in the auditorium, and of course, most of them did not come home with that excitement. Of course, this year's VGMA is one of the VGMAs that was not exciting at all. Like, so many flaws went in there, and so when it comes to that side, we tackle it from there. But the attendance was very, very great. Just that I thought people were able to sweat, pay a whooping sum of 500 cedis, but they did not get value for their money.
Well, okay. Ro, come through. Still on attendance, how did you also see it?
Yes, I mean, let me say big ups to or greetings to our cherished viewers. And also, let me say congratulations to Charterhouse, that is the organizers of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Yes, 24 years running consistently is no joke. And for them to have even had the courage to even come back to do it again means that they need some level of commendation. Now, with attendance, Well, I would say it was normal for me. Looking at the level of publicity that went into this particular event or this year's event, it was kind of normal for me. I did not see anything exceptional in terms of the regular attendance, that is the unknown people, if that's how I should put it, with the known people coupled with the industry people as well, the known as in celebrities and the industry people. I believe that this is something that we've been seeing throughout, from the days of National Theatre through to Conference Center, now to the Grand Arena. The VGMAs or the Ghana Music Awards has always recorded a good number of attendance. But sometimes what makes the attendance exceptional year in, year out has to do with the quality of audience in the auditorium. And I believe that for the past years, the story has been normal for me. Compared to other years that you find about 40 to 50% of the whole attendance or the people in the auditorium being the stakeholders. That is especially the musicians, which these things were being done for. And this time, you realize it was normal for me again, because you realize that most of the musicians that were there either had businesses there or just, yes, it is mainly because they have a certain business there. Either they were nominated and they felt they were going to win, or they were there to perform. Stonebwoy, I believe, stayed throughout the whole of during majority of the period of the event, because he was expecting an award and he was supposed to present an award. I believe that's the reason why somebody like Stonebwoy.
More musicians left.
Of course, Sarkodie performed. Sarkodie performed and never stepped in the auditorium again.
2 years running, he's not stepped in the auditorium.
He came to perform and never stepped in the auditorium again. And I was asking myself, okay, for the awards that he received one before his performance and the other one after his performance. It was his management team that went to pick it up for him. And I'm asking myself, yes, it is good. He had reps there to pick it up, and those people are known faces that we know. The moment you see them, you know Sarkodie is here. But I'm asking myself, this is an artist that, for the first one, I will pardon him, so because probably he was just preparing to come on stage. But the second one, no, you are done performing, and nothing should stop you from coming to receive your own award, which is something that will also give a facelift to the whole event. So yes, for some of these people to have missed their seats, it felt some way for me. Other than that, seeing the whole auditorium filled with people, as far as VGMA is concerned, is nothing so shocking to me. In fact, even if we should do it today, you will still get people. Even if they say, next week we are doing another one, you will still get the whole auditorium full, because the brand is solid and people will still patronize it anyway. But I am not so enthused because of the quality of audience that were in the auditorium on the night.
Well, solid. Kojo takes over from there. Kojo, on attendance, we are looking at all the various angles, so let's restrict ourselves to the attendance.
Yeah, it was good. I was okay with the attendance. A lot of people were filled up the auditorium, which was very, very good. With the celebrities, yes, especially the female celebrities. Back in the days, you could see a lot of them coming on red carpet and all of that, but it seems now their interest is very, very low, which is normal, because as years come by, people lose interest in things. Probably before they see VGMAs as the age, but now they are interested in other things, which is very normal. And that is why other celebrities also come up. So there should be a deliberate effort to make it appealing to the new generation. If the older generation is losing interest, what do? You need to have a plan B to attract new audience, because if other people are not moving, it gives other people the opportunity to also take a chance to witness the VGMAs. To me, I will congratulate the organizers. Last season, one thing that I was not too okay with was the attendance of the musicians. Most of them were in there. And for whatever reason that they were able to pull them through there, I give them their thumbs up.
You think this year more musicians?
Of course, this year, especially those who win awards. Last season, first 4 awards, the people were in
So
there.
don't you think this year it was only for those who were highly expectant of awards who went there?
And it's good.
Okay.
Because last season it wasn't the same. First 4 hours, the musicians were in there and their reps were in there either. They will mention the award and it will take like 1 minute, and anybody at all will just walk from the crowd and go and pick it. But this time you could see that anybody who will win an award is there. If they are not there, maybe they are at the backstage, and that is okay, because clearly we don't have to pretend. We know that our musicians have lost interest in the VGMAs, and so whatever they need to look out for and make sure that they correct that error is what they did. Whether by business or whatever, it is a good thing, because to get the likes of Sarkodie, Stoneboy, Kiddy, all of them, most of them who won awards were present, unlike the previous year. So that point they scored for me. And the rest, I think we can look out for. We can suggest ways and means that they can do to whip up the interest of some of these musicians who are not taking part. And you know, our musicians, yes, some of them for funny reasons. If you haven't awarded me, if you haven't nominated me, I'm not coming. And if the last season I was supposed to win an award and I didn't get it, I won't come. So that one day, we know most of them threw tantrums. So they wouldn't come at all. But if it's by business or whatever, to get them in there, especially those who win awards, if they are even 5 and they will be present, I think I will be okay, because clearly we know that there is a problem which we all need to fix, and make sure that the VGMA becomes that premium award that we all value.
Okay, so still on Kojo, let's go straight to red carpet. I've seen various reports from industry people on the red carpet. The fact that some people think it wasn't the best this year. I don't know what Kojo saw, but if you are watching, we would also want to read from you. Let's have your comments being shared on the page, what you also think about the various points about the VGMAs. Though yesterday, I single-handedly talked about some of these things, but various angles even make it better. Kojo, red carpet, and whilst we are talking about it, Richie Flex will be showing us some of the memorable shots from the red carpet. On your screen right now, you can see Osibo Desira Man, aka 247 Boutique, who was also one of the highlights on the red carpet. And this is the beautiful attire worn by some of the people on the day. Okay, so the man of the moment, DJ Azonto, was also there with his things. Kojo,
yeah,
red carpet.
I will big them up for the setup. The setup was beautiful, and you could see a lot of media men were present. So right from hitting the red carpet, you have to conduct a lot of interviews. And the TikTok booth, the Vodafone booth, where musicians will enter, they will play your songs and record a video. It was beautiful. But I think they didn't control the red carpet very well. That was the mistake. It was a beautiful setup, but they didn't control it. And the reason being that last year, before you hit from conference center, you see the entrance, they will scan you right from there. They will scan you right from there. True. Exactly. So it means if you don't have any business doing in there, if you don't have tickets, and you are not a media person that is accredited, you can't get into the red carpet session. But this time, it didn't happen that way. They only scan at the gate. So anybody at all could have access to the red carpet. If you don't have, if you don't even have tickets, you can go there. Yeah. Which is very, very wrong. And so a lot of media people who didn't even have business, who didn't have accreditation, were so packed at the place. So celebrities will come in and they struggle to even have space. So that got it wrong for them. Like how they did it last season, it could have been the same. So right from that place, you get scanned. So if you don't have tickets, you stay back. Then celebrities will have their space to make it beautiful. So that is what took the beauty out of the red carpet, because the place was too too choked.
Yeah.
It was too
and the
choked.
place was too small too.
It was too small.
And again, I'm sure one of the problems was the fact that they did not even get right places for the media to conduct their interviews. Because if they had given the media like a little bit of space away from the red carpet, you would have seen the difference. Okay, if you go here, we know you are going to have an interview. If you go here, you're on the red carpet. But like it was too close.
Yes, because of the issue I raised. Because the entrance, that small space or that walkway was fully occupied with a lot of media people with cameras and all of that. And so you can't, if there are ashes, they can't even operate because they won't get the space to operate. Unlike celebrities that you know that, okay, they are coming. There should be designated people who usher them in and direct them. Okay, this is where you go. You do interviews here and there and all of that. But that didn't happen because they allowed people just to enter to the red carpet before they start checking into the auditorium. So that took away the beauty. Yes, and we didn't get a lot of celebrities at the night. And as I said earlier, most of them have lost interest in the VGMAs, which I think it is the duty lies on the organizers to rectify this. Okay. This is your business. And so let's say they are your customers. If for whatever reason you see that their interest is dying slowly, what do you do to rekindle or revive them? You need to work up on whatever you think will be the solution. Go out there, the information, and even with this one, I believe a lot of feedback has been given by the media. You could see why people are losing interest. So what are they doing? They need to work on it. Last time we were suggesting even red carpet. By now there should be some giveaways or some awards, some like prizes, best dress, personality, and all of that. Some fashion designers and all of that needs to be awarded and all of that. So people will now come there and want to
win those people.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, promoting maybe some local designers and all of that. So these are reasons why people want to wake up and dress and go there, not just the photo. So if I am a celeb and I've been taking photos for the past 8 years, why should I always dress? Because of this. Now I've achieved whatever I want to achieve. I've made my name. But
now they dress to go for photo shoots proper.
Exactly. So if there are other things that will be added, like on the night, the best.
This lady Nana Ado,
people were expecting her. But ask yourself, she's been there, she's made a name. What will motivate her to come again? So people like this, the organizers can even reach out to that person. Because we know when you are around, it adds some color to our scheme. So we will call you, we are expecting you, we have this treat for you and all of that. So imagine the nights, the best dressed male or female, they are called upon on the platform to recognize them and maybe award them. Don't you think it will boost people's interest? Because that part to look at fashion, so they can plan it well and make sure they project fashion through that side, and it will interest people to come. But if they are going to allow, so next season they should make sure they should control the red carpet very well, block people from there so that people who are not well accredited can't get access.
Well, last year there was enough space for red carpet.
Last year was beautiful.
I don't know how.
And that was that is the only reason, because you saw people were at the back before we got there. A lot of people were there, and now all those people have free access to get to the gates. So before celebrities come, they don't even have space. That took the beauty out of the red carpet.
Who would be your best dressed?
For the men, I'll give it to my boss, Osebo the Zaraman.
Okay.
But
for the
women, I think I haven't seen a lot of them. I didn't pay attention to a lot of them. So, but I saw some lady with some white dress
Hailey. Her name is Hailey something.
Hailey she was looking stunning. She was looking stunning. So I think I'll give to that lady. Yeah.
Okay, Ro, red carpet.
Sammy, red carpet. I think I will tackle organization and preparation for rain as my first point. I think they did well. Last year, one of the things that worried the whole event red carpet was the rains. And this year, I think they were smart. Even so, the moment they realized that the rains has the potential, like the tendency of disturbing, they were able to cover it up. So you realized that entering into the red carpet area, there was lots of heat. There was lots of heat because the whole place was enclosed right from the red carpet entrance. There are demarcations as to where the premium would go and where the VIP and the VVIP would go. Now, one thing that also failed them was, before I come to the things that failed them, was organization. Before I come to that, some of the things that failed them on the night was organization. So the demarcations of they having a TikTok booth, there was a lounge there, and the whole red carpet was very spacious for photo shoots.
Okay.
The reason why we did not record most celebrities or like of that nature, unlike before, was because coming to some of these events is quite expensive, and it is not only about the ticket. You know, people need to be motivated in order to go for such events, and that is where I will agree with Kojo. Remember, at a point, VGMA was awarding or were mentioning the best dressed personalities on the red carpet.
Yeah.
They were doing it. They name about 4 or 5 of the male, then they will come and name about 4 or 5 of the females. To the extent I remember, sometimes they were even getting some sponsorship and incentives even to the best dressed personalities on the night. But all of a sudden, it just went off poof. And we didn't hear of anything again. If it is about people just coming to appear on a red carpet, of course, like you said, they have designers who can just sew. But for them to appear on your red carpet, this is business, not only to you, but to them as well. Somebody may not have, how do we call it, the chance of winning or being part of the most dressed personalities on the night. Okay. But the mere fact that the person is on a red carpet or has gotten the opportunity to be on a red carpet and is able to sell himself as well as the designer, that is why that question of who are you wearing or what are you wearing becomes relevant on the red carpet. But this time, did we hear most of these things? No. Because after all, even if you ask me what am I wearing, what are you going to do about it? What is your business with who am I wearing or what am I wearing? And fashion back. But gone were the days when you realize that, Charlie, these people appear on red carpets, and you know, getting costume for such occasions is no joke. Imagine a celebrity or a musician who was not nominated or is not performing comes for such events. The costume cost 4,000, 5,000 thereabouts on that particular night. Or even more. Yeah. And imagine the person has no business there, and the person didn't even get the opportunity.
This was the lady you were talking about.
Yes.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Okay, that one had some round. The shoulder was round. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
It was in white.
White, yes. I think
but this one was also good.
AJ Sapon also had that kind of dressing. AJ Akoku Sapon also had that kind of dressing. So the only thing that failed them was coordination. Yes, other events. Anyway,
she is slim.
Okay.
There's Anita Kufu.
Okay. That be or the AJ by.
Okay. Okay.
So it is only coordination. Other events also has very clumsy kind of or very crowded kind of red carpet. But the only thing that makes them different from what we witnessed at the VGMA is coordination. And to me, I think it wasn't the best because at the end of the day, if you don't tell people where to pass, the moment they get on the red carpet, they are tempted to go anywhere that they see space. And sometimes I was at the VIP session of how do you call it, where they check the tickets, and I realized that some people even had premium tickets and were there, and the people were asking, how did you get here? Because to them they've made demarcations for people where you enter. The moment you have a premium ticket and they show you where to enter, it will lead you straight to the premium side and you will not find yourself at the VIP side. Okay. But some people were finding themselves at the VIP demarcations and they themselves were surprised. So I told them, your guys at the front there are the ones causing the mess. So the earlier you get somebody to coordinate from the front properly, the better it would be for you guys there. So I believe that moving forward, the whole red carpet,
setup and everything was beautiful. That I will give to them. Very spacious, and the fact that they were even able to prepare for the rains is a thumbs up for me. But other than that, the only thing on the night that gave them away was coordination. Maybe moving forward, they will try, and after the proper demarcations, will try and get people who are also going to coordinate well and not doing anything, because it is not just about who dresses. So you realize that most people that were being interviewed are people who had certain kind of appearance.
Yeah.
Certain kind of appearance. I am trying to use my words carefully. Certain, not to just shame anybody, but certain kind of appearance. So the moment
positive or negative.
Oh, in both positive and negative. Because some people's appearance to me I felt were very needless on the red carpet.
Okay.
Or the kind of attention they were having were very needless.
Like who?
You said like who? Oh, there was one guy be like that. I don't know who he is. But Oshatale Chuntran be. And the one of the production members were just scanning through the crowd. You come. And I was like, yo. So you call the person and the person gets the red carpet. You're not going to ask the person what is your name or who are you. This is uncalled for. You should be able to know, because putting people on the red carpet is not only about musicians, but industry folks or stakeholders who can also give proper commentaries about what is going on.
That's true.
But it is not only about people selling. If it is about people selling themselves, that is why we have the photo booth over there. So they take photos and you just post them. But when it comes to people commenting on what or the purpose of the night, you need to have people who are either involved or have stakes in whatever is going on.
Okay.
So you don't just come through and say you come because the person is looking some way that attracts you. You understand? So yes, I believe that if they are able to get proper coordinators on the night and people who will just be solely coordinating, because you get production people that are controlling cameras, are controlling, how do you call it, the presenters who are hosting the red carpet, and are also choosing people for them to be interviewed. And Nipa Bako, oh yeah, saying you do this and you realize they will come and call him, oh, left with this person, then the person will just run away. Meanwhile, they've called somebody to be interviewed and the person will be left stranded. It happened to Stoneboy. At a point, you realize that Stoneboy was just standing there right after the TikTok booth. Was just standing there looking left.
He didn't know where to go.
Or left, right, center, sir. Then he got fed up and decided to go inside and go and sit.
Oh, I see. Well, let's move on to J Smart.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. Now
J, relax.
The floor is yours.
Now let's move on to J Smart to listen to what he also has to say about the red carpet.
Honestly, I thought you were moving on.
J, fine, I am going.
Okay, so you see, the VGMA was produced both for
TV and audience. Yeah, live audience.
Live audience. And I chose, I think prior to the event we spoke.
Yeah.
You asked why I wasn't coming and I told you that I want to watch from home. Yes, of course. Usually I feel comfortable watching from home in the sense that
it comes with another feeling where you are able to see all the floors from afar.
Okay, so for me, I think this year's VGMA they had just one problem, and that one problem is what is affecting almost everything. The problem I observed is on readiness. They were just not ready.
How?
Yes, so this is it.
After planning for 1 year, you think they were not ready?
They were just not ready.
Well,
maybe
I cannot agree.
Maybe they needed possibly either another month or two to be very certain. Yeah, very, very certain with stuff. I can give you few examples that
give me.
that make them look or come across as though they were
not ready. Okay.
Yeah, so a typical instance is the communique that Amare and VGMA released, stating that Amare should have been, of course, prior to that, they have released an artwork of people that will be performing on the night, and Amare was part of the performers, and I think the communique came out, that was Friday night.
Day before.
Yes, a day before the event. It was a rejoinder stating that Amare wouldn't be able to make it to the event because how do you call it?
The change of date.
Yes, change of date. There was a change of date, and then wasn't
informed.
and as a result wouldn't be able to come. And so this is a typical instance of that. And again, the unreadiness also was seen in the red carpet area or scene. For instance, you will be asking yourself, which kind of people did they select to come and then conduct the red carpet? Were they industry people? Were they just some camera people, maybe working with certain media houses, and then they brought them? Because clearly it looked as though these people did not even know some of the industry people that really matters, especially when it comes to the industry. And again, maybe some of the celebs, I should say. And unreadiness in the sense that my brother here did mention that most of the ladies that could have, you even mentioned Anita, Nanekia Ado. Yeah. Possibly some of these people received maybe late invite or were not even invited at all. Why? Because I think some days to the event, I even spoke with Robert Clark, and that man, I think, is one of the major problem of VGMA. Like one of the unserious persons, I believe, VGMA.
Take your time.
No. I'm being very factual here.
No. What you might consider as not being serious might not be it. What is unserious?
I'm saying that Robert Clark, per my observation, I think is one of the problem of VGMA Charterhouse.
What makes him a problem? You
okay, so this is what makes him a problem. So I think after
he is just a communications guy. So even if we are talking about wait.
No, he's head of communications.
No, I get it. What I mean is that in terms of production, we don't even know his role in production. Okay. Maybe before you do, he's not even an active member of the production.
Probably unlike George Quay.
No. So you see, the thing is, if you have really followed this VGMA and Charterhouse, before, usually the person they elect as their spokesperson or head of communication whatsoever, and again, he's not just for Charterhouse and to the entire event.
The communications head is part of the event
lead. They structure strategize everything. Of course, this is what needs to go into maybe the organization and all of that. And I feel maybe the job is too big for Robert Clark, or he just doesn't know what he's doing. So I called Robert Clark.
You called him?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking with Robert Clark. But prior to that, I think I joined Twitter Space. That is when they came back from the voter region. And
who's Twitter Space?
Is it?
Who's Twitter Space?
I think they say voter excellence with people like Jonila.
Yeah. It's the stakeholders of voter region that hosted that particular space.
Yes.
I remember.
And one of the things or conversations I chanced on was that, so before they came to the whole sports stadium, Robert had reached out to these people that he wants the let's say the event organizers in the region to coordinate the events in the region, and again maybe find some of these vocal musicians that are very influential on the grounds, so that they will add them as part of the event. And so they did all the grounds work, all the dirty work, I should say. And then when these people came, the running order came, the running order never included the artists. They asked maybe the industry guys in the voter region to bring on board. The running order did not include these guys, right? And so the thing is, how were you able to gather these people or maybe give them a gig? So you come, you sideline them. And then the thing is, when some of the artists or the artist managers, so if you even followed the the voter region event, you realize that Kenny Ice had to perform or was brought to stage of Kamido. So the question is, why did it happen that way? The thing is, Kenny Ice was not called, and Kenny Ice's manager reached out to Robert Clark, and the man is already angry. Why will you approach me? You see, at this kind of event, we don't approach them with this kind of emotions.
Do you know that sometimes some of these artists are also a problem? And let me tell you why. For they gave such people a specific time of performance. Wait, I'm coming. because I have been producing events and I see some of these things. People that you consider as beginners of your show or starters of your show, they also think that they need crowd. So the time that they are supposed to come, they will not come. When you've moved into that your zone that you don't want to drop the show down, that is when they want space. And Kenny Ice, he is big in the region. Yeah. I'm sure if he sees himself as, okay, this is the main list of the show, I was considered as and the others.
And many more.
And many more. I was considered as the and many more. He wouldn't want to appear in the and many more. He would want the time that those on the list who are considered the main show have started before he would come. You don't know this. So if you judge him like he's in serious because of just that.
No, not just.
But if you are talking about red carpet, so
not just that. Not just that. The conversation. No, I'm saying that a major factor that is, let's say, influencing or constituting into maybe some of these things we are talking about is just their unreadiness. And the unreadiness, for me, I feel the larger aspect is their
communication.
Yes, of course. Because, for instance, if an artist is supposed to come for an event, and then let's say you have a change of date, and then it is just last minute that, in fact, per the rejoinder, they are not even reached back to the artist on whether the date has changed.
I can defend what's his name? Robert Clark. And this is my defense. Okay. You see here, at the moment, Richie is now in charge of inviting who comes on the show. Yeah. If for some reasons someone doesn't come, I'm sure he can even say, oh, Currency, get the person for me. Yeah. As it stands now, VGMA, when it comes to performance, for all you know, the person who does the booking, Robert doesn't know. No, what I mean is, he doesn't do the booking. So if I have come to do booking with you and something changes, Robert is not the one to communicate to you. The person who did the negotiation and booking with you, he should communicate.
Whose name is on the communication?
Oh, no. The communication, his name will come. Do you know, today let me say something. Do you know how many... How do I... No, I'll say it. I just want to get the right word. Do you know how many crimes, as in like work crimes, not criminal...
I get you.
Do you know how many crimes that I swallowed at xylophone that I did not know anything about?
Sure.
When I was their communications person. So many people. Sometimes the letter will be written by somebody. Some of you are the communication. Put your name down. Before I know there is an error there. The people will be sitting on radio lambasting me. Okay. Maybe if I had written that, I wouldn't have written that.
Listen, what you are saying, of course, I know this one.
It will happen. But the moment it comes to younger communicating, I don't need to
see, recently at my office, my boss had come to park his car and didn't park the car well. And then another man also came. In fact, the man's car was already parked before my boss came to park his, and decided to park just in between the little space between the man's car and another car, and he managed to fit in the middle. So the man came, I was the one seated in front there. Then the man was like, who parked this car like this? And I was like, the person is inside. Let me go and call the person. I went to call my boss. He came out there was, and then he also told the man that I was the one who parked the car. I was seated there, and the man was like, so you parked the car, and I was complaining you couldn't say anything. I just would have to show. But I'm saying that in this case, like, we are seeing a lot of flaws that, of course, some of these things, if you want to go back and forth, or if we really want to trace it, you trace it down to Robert Clark. Because yes, I
find it trouble.
No. See, I have had.
You wanted him for an interview, I guess.
Oh no, not really, not really. I've had conversations.
Because I heard that if you want people to do things for you, they don't do it. You tend to have problems with them.
Nah, not really. It's not. I've had conversation. I've had conversation with Robert Clark, and how I thought he handled the situation. I think he, as a communication person, could have handled it very well.
What were you looking for? I want to know.
Maybe that one could be off air because once no. This is on air.
Agenda. I agree with you. Richie Flex was right after all.
When he says it will conflict with us.
No, Richie Flex was right after all. Agenda.
And again. Roland did said something that, of course, and again, this one boils down to the unreadiness. That some people were even able to enter the auditorium with regular tickets to VIP seat and all that.
I mean at the entrance.
At the entrance.
Because there were demarcations that when you have a premium ticket and they tell you pass here, it will take you to that stand. When you have VIP, it will take you to the stand. But some people had premium and they found themselves at the VIP check-in point.
Of course, of which before we entered this very studio, a conversation went on between myself and other colleague who is also a victim of this. He actually would have to play that is a certain artist road manager, of which he was not, and then was able to get access to some of these things. You understand? So a lot of things played that made the people come across as though they were just not ready.
Sell out guy. Don't go forward.
But again, I think my best dressed personality for the night was Sisi Chum. Sisi Chum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sisi Chum.
But she was very simple.
She was wearing jeans and
yeah, of course. But
jeans for red carpet, and that was your best?
Yes.
Oh,
she killed it for me.
I
So
think
I
my
think
best dressed
Sisi
female
Chum
would be,
and Anita Ekufu.
PAC Esther. That's her green dress was very beautiful. PAC Esther, and the male will be for Zaraman.
Yeah, so for me, this
is your favorite.
Yeah. This did it for me.
Really?
Yeah, it did it for me.
Well, jeans. no, for jeans for the red carpet today. That's why I'm shocked. That is not to say it is bad, but red carpet has some theme. Red carpet should come with some style. This is a casual. Yes, if you ask me, this is a casual dress. So for anything jeans is casual.
And the thing is, this boils down to you were talking about theme. The thing is, these people were like the unreadiness I'm talking about. The people were just not ready. Did they even had a team at all
to do what?
Oh, of
theme.
Course, yeah.
This year's event didn't have a theme.
No, not. I mean, you said red carpet at least must come with a certain theme.
No, the theme for who is dressing, not for the organizers.
Yes, the whole red carpet phase has its own requirements. Like yes, and it is not done by the organizers.
No.
It's about the one who is dressing. It is the red carpet.
There are certain events before, like in fact, once you receive your ticket and all those, like it is indicated in there that you are being on the red carpet. No, that you appear on the red carpet, and so once you appear on the red carpet, you would have to dress in that regard. And Roland did mention, in fact, Frankie Five. I was there where Frankie Five sent me a text that I'm coming on TV. Go to the Facebook, watch, get a snippet for me. I was there. I think I even fell asleep, and so later I was like, I didn't see you on the red carpet. And then it was like I stood there for about an hour, and I realized when you just come and you are wearing some crazy thing, they will call you that come on stage. He said he stood there, and it was like the people could not even recognize him, and so he had to just leave and go and sit down.
Yes,
the people were just not ready.
And something also happened this year. I think the people who were picking the red carpet appearances did not know the industry people.
Of course.
Yeah. I also observed
that's unreadiness. Unreadiness.
One lady called me to go and grant an interview to one of the chapter house media platforms. The one who picked me knew who I was, but the one going to do the interview did not even know.
Exactly. That's what I sensed that particular problem the moment somebody came to you, held the person's hand to that front there and left the person there. Now the person stood there for about 20 minutes, realized that Charlie, the other member see I see no. So Oshe Wabre and
wrapping up to one thing I noticed whilst watching from home is I think we had about 2 people conducting the interviews, and so you see
the red carpet
once they finish with the other before they move to the other person, the
camera
the camera must move or something, but they don't even take the cameras off. Maybe once they are done conducting the interview with you, they don't even finish taking the camera off you. Then the people just want to move once the camera is on them. Very poor. That is a poor production there.
It's man like J Smart. Well, do you know Big Nash? He likes J Smart. The was here that he So just matter they will enter the TV. So big Nash, your man is here. Okay. Serious. Let's go on to MC. Jay, continue from there.
Of course. So starting with the MC, the unreadiness again was seen in there. On the day of the event. On the day of the event, that's where we saw flyers flying, indicating the individuals that were going to MC the event. And of course, when they came on the stage, of course, I would say just last Saturday's
it does not mean that was when they were told they were going to MC the event too.
Clearly, their performance on the stage should tell us that these people, of course, and
no. Because you saw the flyers late, it means they were not told early that they were going to.
Their performance on stage
proves that.
Yes, said it all.
No, it means they did not prepare.
No.
Maybe. You see, all the guys who did, they've all done it before. Maybe it was what's the word?
Complacency.
Complacency. That's the word. It was complacency. Sometimes we all feel it. As an interviewer, something happens to me. I would have to prepare for an interview thinking, oh, I can do it. Ubedo will say, you could have done better if you had prepared earlier.
Of course.
So yes, complacency could have affected them like that.
So it's still whether complacency, whether whatsoever, it still falls under unreadiness. Yes, even on the part of the MCs.
Key word for today's show.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. So the thing is, where you best see that unreadiness from these people is where they decided to sing the 3 songs together. I was like, how can you disgrace yourselves like this? And of course, these are
I'm seeing this time around, Jay. Even the way what's his name? Gardner. The woman he is talking now, is it nah? I say they didn't know what they were going to do.
We also twice.
And I think sound too was one of the things that didn't do the MCs good. Cause
sound?
Yes, me watching from home at some point.
The only time I felt sound was a problem was when AJ Sapon was going to introduce medical.
That
was the only time I felt sound disappointed. Apart from that, sound this time was perfect, especially even for the performers. When a foreign person was performing, like his voice, you hear yes.
So after the event, have you watched some of the videos online?
I have seen the videos, but maybe I've not paid that. But what I mean is that in the auditorium, of one person's voice for the first time, like I felt, this is of one person delivering a flawless vocal on a song. Yes.
So he's saying in the auditorium.
What, yes. Then these people
you at the auditorium?
So that's why I'm even shocked. So it means these people did a very poor work in terms of TV production.
Yes,
no, so we can give the blame to another squad, because remember, it was supposed to be another squad to take what was happening to you.
Yes.
How they also did it could have affected a lot.
And so you didn't have any problem with Medical's performance.
That's what I told you, that was when the sound failed. When
that was the beginning.
That when AJ was introducing medical. I think I mentioned
No, when before Medical starts his performance itself, I think for the first, let's say, 30 seconds, his mic wasn't coming.
But it was not his mic was a problem. They replaced it. But I'm sure when they replaced, the guy who brought it hurriedly did not put it on. So it was when Medical got it before he even tried speaking into it. He realized no, it didn't work before he put it on. Medical was even smart to have known where to put it on.
Of course. Even with the mask.
So the MCs, because these individuals, I've seen them MC other programs, and of course Belamundi is a top notch when it comes to MC, and Na Ashoko, like a very brilliant lady. But I don't know if maybe the three combination, like combinating these three people, was the problem. And again, I think the MCs also did not look too smart.
I know this is a hard thing to say here, because a brother is the one I'm about to talk about. That is James Gardner. I think most of his activities should be limited to the red carpet.
Yeah.
When you come in maybe the style and the attitude for hosting such a show, maybe he doesn't really have it, or he needs to master it. I think last time on the red carpet, he did amazing.
Yeah, he did amazing.
Now on the red carpet, he did amazing, but bringing him into he did not.
And bringing the amazing word in, I think people too were saying because possibly this time around he didn't want to say amazing or use the amazing word in there, so it was very.
His colleague MCs were even laughing at him with that.
Sure, and again, you see, I think the MCs were not kind of smart. Should you ask me? Of course, these are brilliant people. That I should say, but on the night. For instance, you realize we missed that kind of humor aspect of the event. And so, of course, now Ashoko is an actress, James Gardner is an actor. He could have come in with that kind of maybe humor or comic aspect of it to at least ginger the audience, and especially we watching from home. But he even missed from that aspect. And again, with the MCing aspect, I think people were asking, why didn't they maybe bring the comic aspect, or maybe bringing some of these comedians on board? And I think one thing I've realized about VGMA is that things that Three Music have introduced, they want to shy away from them. And the thing is, you see, once someone invents something and you feel it is great, once you can jump on it and take a bite, tap into it and then use it.
Okay, Ro, MC, quick one. We have some two more angles to do.
One thing that gave the MCs away was telepathy. Like, it was off on the night. From the red carpet, let me start from the red carpet into the main auditorium. I think, yes, on the red carpet, they did very well. I like the interviews that were conducted on the red carpet. The lady, Crystal, yes, I really loved the work she did on the red carpet. In fact, most of her questions were just precise. She asks you certain type of questions and you are off. The moment you finish, you are gone. Like, and you realize that after interviewing somebody, your closing remarks, whilst they transport the feed to the next interviewer, is something that you like makes the whole interview very nice. And you realize that most of her closing remarks was on point.
Spot on.
Yes, and I really liked about her interview on the red carpet. In the auditorium, I am also tempted to agree that complacency or overconfidence killed them, because now Shoko is a very good presenter. And same with Belamundi. In fact, Belamundi, I wasn't expecting anything less, because she's been on that same platform for quite some time now. So I am just saying that, okay, as at now, I would want her to get herself accustomed to the whole things about this VGMA and even the tension involved. Yes, we know on the night there's so much tension. In fact, regardless of the musicians, the entertainment these musicians are going to give us, there is still tension in the air. And I believe that the introduction of some of these comic actors and even comedians would have saved lots of tension in the auditorium, because from the red carpet, most people were either tired, frustrated, or were tensed. And they were expecting some of these MCs to give them some words of relief to ease that kind of tension or tiredness, or take their minds off some of these things. But you realize that they were in their zone, as in we are here to present. So that is what we are doing. No addition of humor, and even the ones that they even tried did not also land well. That is the spontaneous conversations and commentaries that they were trying to have with the introduction when they called the Zara Man and DJ Azonto for them to come and speak. I wouldn't say it was needless though, because it was an attempt for them to ease tension in the whole auditorium. You understand? That was the attempt. So if it had gone well,
or could it be it was also to buy time?
Of course,
maybe something was not ready and they needed to do something.
Yes, definitely.
And that was what came to mind.
So I'm just imagining, okay, if it were to be a comedian who you entrust this kind of task to, definitely the person would have used that as an opportunity to drop some bars and ease tension that people wouldn't even realize. I tell you, on Three Music Awards stage, so many of these things happened. So many happened, even on the red carpet. It was these comedians that individually saved some of these moments on the show. And so I wouldn't just rate. One of the downs on this particular event was the MC. In terms of presentation, they did well, but in terms of style and delivery, was one that I wasn't so impressed. For them, I think they just gave a normal performance with who we know them to be. And I agree, somebody like James Gardner should be limited to the red carpet for now. Until maybe they think he had, like, we broke Accra. Yeah. Yes, he had upgraded to a certain level. But this kind of performance is a clear indication that he does so amazing on the red carpet than in the main auditorium. Other than that, the whole MCing from red carpet to the main auditorium was an okay performance for me.
Well, Kode, red carpet. Your opinion on red carpet? Sorry. MC. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think yes, they weren't too exciting on the night, and it's because they couldn't connect very well. Jay Foley and Nashoko, they've handled three music, and you could see how the telepathy and everything works. This time, Na and Bella and the third
James Gardner.
I think at a point they were even three on the main stage.
And the three of me.
Okay. You couldn't see the telepathy in there was a disconnect. You couldn't see, it wasn't natural. Yes, so it means the organizer should also look beyond just picking people. Know that are they very compatible, because it can't be that one person would be doing something and the other would just jump in or to see the clear
conversations were even clashing.
They should get that natural flow. So if you are picking a Sammy Flex, know somebody who can complement Sammy Flex better.
Yeah.
Because you could see that, okay, this person should be the hard type and this one should be the soft type too. Yeah. They all can't just come and be so hard. And you could see all of them were hard. You wouldn't get any soft touch to it. And this is MC, you are dealing with people. You don't have to just connect. You don't just come and read what you have to do. Know that this is people. So spontaneously you need to chip in some things that will show that you are live, unlike you are on TV reading news without any audience. This is an audience show, so you can't just be scripted. At times you go off script and create something that will give life to the auditorium. So that one, they should check on that. Are we talking about production?
Yeah, you can add that.
Yes, I think it's high time they open their scope when it comes to production. You remember last year, there were a lot of feedback. Those people watching from home. At a point that talk back conversations were even on live TV and all of that. So if you have been working with some people for some time and their work rate is not that high, VGMA is a very huge platform that even if they have to extend their reach to add outside of Ghana or wherever to get that quality. Yes, they need to do that because it is very bad. And even this one, I've watched some of the videos and you could see that the delay, it was very bad. Even I watched some Blacko performance and I'm like, this is not what we were enjoying in the auditorium.
I'm sure that is why those who even watched on TV, they were all not happy with last minute's performance.
Exactly.
So later, I watched the performance on online, and I realized, the syncing was not happening.
It was very bad. It was very bad.
It was a different thing in the auditorium.
That was
so
okay.
Different. That was live now.
No, but the beginning of last minute's performance, the syncing was not there. It was in the middle. That was when he was able to get it.
No, but in the auditorium, it wasn't like that.
No, in the auditorium, yes, it
It
came.
wasn't too. Yes, it was some swift.
It was just some small one.
But if you watch online,
it was
online,
the gap is wide.
True,
online, the gap is wide.
Yeah, I got a lot of, when I posted some videos, I got a lot of messages from people who were watching them that no, it was boring, and you see. That is the most beautiful part of it, because the numbers watching out there supersedes the one in the auditorium. So that is very, very important. Production on TV should be top notch. Their priority should be there, because in the live we are there with different expectations, different moods. We overlook certain mistakes, but when you are watching on TV, you are able to capture everything. and so failing on transmission was terrible. And if they think they should replace their media sponsorship or partnership and get quality work, for all you know, because of the sponsorships, they also wouldn't give too much. But if you have to pay, because this is content, they can make money from the live
content
feed.
itself.
So if it shouldn't be on just partnership where probably they wouldn't also put so much into it, so that it will affect them, because nobody has even commented anything positive about those who were watching online. So they need to check that. And also next year, I think they should check on they should open the gap with the kind of MCs that they are picking, because even last year it was a point in time that the likes of Giovanni and all of them also, that was 3 Music.
It was VGMA.
It was VGMA,
right?
yeah.
Giovanni
was,
to the point of reporting of live issues.
Twitter,
exactly, you know, things that were like the fire issues, the way he was passing commentary on that. So must they go for comic? You know, there should be a balance. I think.
But for all you know, too, they might not be happy with all those things, though. Like the fire issue, talking about it, and
it wasn't professional because it wasn't online. No, exactly. I am condemning it either. I'm condemning it rather because that was off screen, and when it came, like he was talking about it, to them even clearing the space after the Black's performance and all of them were unnecessary. But he thought maybe he wanted to make fun and all of that, which
I'm sure it's part of why they did not even call him.
And also, it's like because of the partnership. The partnership with
he was not called. If he was called, he would come and do
the partnership with Media General. I think because of that, they have to use most of their workers. So it kind of limits
some limitations.
Exactly. So if they find somebody outside their reach who can do a good job, because of maybe their partnership, they are compelled to use their presenters and all of that. So I think they should open up because VGMA.
Okay, so the MC, and I also observed something. I realized that the 3 of the MCs, they were supposed to be rotated on the screen, as on the stage, and at the sitting area, but looks like when the event started, they realized that the rest of the people, when they come on the stage, they will not deliver. So because of that, I have a feeling maybe it made Nash a little moody. Because if you guys, I don't know if you guys paid attention, anytime they go to the bench where they were seated, you realize that her mood was off. Anytime I went to look at her, she was on her phone throughout. She was not even watching what was happening on the stage.
So she was mostly caught unawares.
Yes.
So she was on the camera will fall on the camera will fall on James Gardner. He starts talking. Then you realize that okay, after he's done talking, then you mention what do you have to say? So
yes,
it wasn't
and it's based on
unreadiness.
It's based on what Pedro just said, that the media partnership also affected the judgment of the organizers on who to put forward to do it. So I'm sure it affected Nashoko, because Nashoko is from Asase and Belamundi is from Media General. And if they put Nashoko up front, it means that she is going to take more of the shine. There was that conflict. There was that conflict. That was what happened. But Nashok also felt I'm capable for the task.
Yeah.
So why do you more or less like keep me at the back bench and let Belamundi
for the main stage?
Yes. Because usually it is a man and a woman on the main stage, so that actually we can get that balance. But this one, 2 women, you know, coming from 2 divides and all of that, you know how.
So MCing there this year, we had one of the poorest MCing ever, and if you go on Twitter, the way boys are cooking Belamundi, it is not easy. Not for bad delivery, but for appearance. I don't know why they would do that though. But still, Belamundi, one of the finest. Let's give it to her any other day. Now, performances. Could you continue from performances? Go straight to your best and your worst, if you can. Performances on the night.
Me, do it in that was one of my biggest moments are the awards, because
The performances.
Yes, that's my biggest moments. I always go there waiting for that time to see how performance will be. I don't know if because I have the music also in me. That is why I pay particular attention there. And some of the people I was waiting for their performance, one of them was Sarkodie. In fact, before I moved from home, my mind was, let me see what Sarkodie will do. I wasn't expecting too much from Black Sherrif, yes. I don't know whether because of how he didn't involve himself in this award scheme, or maybe I could anticipate what he could do because of what he has a history with awards, what he did at 3 Music and last year and all of that. I think performances was good, especially those who did live. They got it right with the opening, as in PCA, Esther, and the All Stars. And I enjoyed the telepathy amongst them, the way they all came through. This is a song that is yet to be released. It was released just after the awards. And they all delivered, how they came in, all the artists on the song, they came in very well, and it was beautiful. At a point, you could see some angels flying here and there, you know. It was colorful. They got it right. If I have to move at my best of performances, it will be Sarkodie. Sarkodie gave us a very good performance from his costume, you know. And the guy, we thank God that Ghana has Sarkodie. God gifted Ghana Sarkodie because yes, man is really serious when it comes to his craft. If Sark want to do it, he goes all out. Yeah, exactly. And I was happy. He has the presence. When Sarkodie is on stage, you could see that this is an artist. The presence alone when he comes on stage, and his demeanor and the mannerism, attitude and all of that is on point. And when it comes to delivering the song as well, you could see the artist with the stamina. You can see that this person is singing. You know, the voice is on point. Energy is infectious. And not every artist has it. You can have the voice, and you see that you'll be singing, and the people are there. Not that your songs are not popular, but you came there. You are not
expressing any energy.
No, you couldn't move them because your energy isn't infectious. So I enjoyed every bit of Sarkodie's performance. Yes, Blacko was passionate. His performance was passionate. That why you can't take it out from him. You could see an artist who is performing with all the passion in him. And that was what got me with his performance. But when we talk about excitement, I'll go for Oforian Ponsa. Excitement. When we on the night, when we talk about performance, that gave the audience excitement. Oforian Ponsa has hands down. Because everybody was on their feet because of that nostalgic feeling, and the songs were chanting it back to back. And Ofori has been that artist which people criticize for his live band performance. He has not given us more of a live band performances, but on the night, the voice, oh my God, I was like, no, this is not Ofori.
Yeah, it's true.
But when it was coming, I was like, okay, let me see how Ofori will fare with live band. And it was top notch.
Yeah, I agree.
And the kind of repertoire Ofori has, if the man is going to go on this tangent, it will be crazy. Because Ofori can be on live band for let's say 4 hours non-stop.
With popular songs. One thing many artists failed to do this time was the fact that they performed new songs on such a platform.
Yes.
They came on the stage with new songs.
You see,
King Promise committed that error. Jackie committed that error. I think Kwabna also committed that error. Coming on the stage on awards night with virtually new song that nobody knows of.
You see, our people, there are some things they need to learn. You know, artists come to interviews, and when you play their old songs, they are mad.
Yeah.
I have a new song. Why I not play my new song? No, this is not the only way to promote your new song, man. It is not the only way. This is a show. You have an audience to entertain.
Yeah.
So you think this is the only chance for you to tell us your new song, which we have heard? We know. But this time you need to give it as an excitement.
Because the song has not worked on us yet.
Last year, I did a Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
Rihanna. It was the popular songs now. It was the popular songs. So give us songs that we can relate. There may be later when you are ending, introduce your new song to us, which is fair. But you come in because, hey, this is opportunity for me to introduce my new song. Yes, we will listen. But at the end of the day, you won't get any response from the people. So I think they need to check that. There are ways and means to introduce your new song. That is what happened to most of them. You realize we are there waiting for the bangers and they are not giving us. And so when Ofori came in and was giving us, everybody went ahead. And I think one thing they should have done was to add Kiddy to the highlight performances. To me, I think he wasn't part of their key performances. You could see Blacko and Sarkodie were part of their highlight performance. Why am I saying Kiddy? Kiddy, for some time, we know his absence from social media and rumors about him and all of that. The news was something that they could have used to sell the show. And I'm surprised, even though we haven't seen Kiddy live for some time, nobody is talking about Kiddy because of how they did their presentation. It was Kiddy was one of the selling points of the VGMAs. I don't know if maybe conversation. Oh, must get out. Conversation where it's going on. Maybe to confirm and all of that. That is why they couldn't prepare. And Kiddy was like, he just appeared on us. He just appeared on us. But there should have been some, beautiful, some be like, let it be so that Kiddy comes and it will be that grand because we have missed him.
Who did not impress you at all with performance?
With performance, I can talk of Fuse. Or if I should, you want to talk about Ghanaians?
No.
Fuse,
everybody.
Yeah, Fuse wasn't exciting because of that delay in his appearance. Because when the song dropped, people were jumping, and for some seconds, he wasn't sure if it was like, is it a prank or something? So he didn't kill it. And when people were talking about Jackie. Jackie gave a good performance. Jackie, listening to Jackie live, this was an upgrade. Jackie has improved with the live. But you see, there are some artists who need to learn how to excite people, the excite audience. Jackie doesn't have it as we speak. She has the song, she has the looks, but as to exciting or moving the people,
interpreting the song,
that is the problem. So she can work on that. But vocally, she was apt. Just that she doesn't have the answers to move people, and she can work on that as an artist.
I said this yesterday whilst I was having my own review of the scheme, and I said that when it comes to Jackie, the fact that they did not get her any dancer to support her performance also really affected her. The stage was too big for her alone. They needed some dancers to back her performance, but once again, they ignored. Performances, our time, so let's...
Okay. Ofuriamposa brought the nostalgic feeling, and I will commend Charterhouse for it. You know, last year they did the back in the days, that is a throwback with the likes of Tiny and the other guys that gave the whole nostalgic feeling to the whole event. I think that particular practice or culture gives a lot to the whole show. One of my disappointments on the stage with performance has to do with the DJ. Who was the official DJ? Nobody knows. With VGMA, in between, we have DJs who run shifts. When the event is on that store that everybody is tired, everybody doesn't know what to do. It is the DJs they open these floors for to save the day. Where were the DJs?
Yeah. The DJ did not come to party. That's
No,
true.
no.
Because if it had been like some DJ Black, little space,
Bam!
He goes hard.
So you realize there wouldn't be any dull moment in the auditorium. But at a point, Charlie, people, you realize that in between like activities, you can get like 5-6 people standing up at once, either to go out to go and pee or go and do something. But you first VGMA, you'll be outside and you hear some shouts. Hey, inside you run back. But there was no official DJ on the night to even hold some of these things in between. So performances, that was my PSC Esther was also good. Me, I predicted what she came to, what I wanted her to come and do, and I think that's what she did. But I believe that something was taken away from her performance because of the time she was made to perform.
Their time slot was just too small.
Yes, her time slot was just too small for me.
Time slot was
too small.
So
people did not get that excitement from her performance. For when it comes to delivery and everything, I think she did fantastic. Medical, I like Medical's appearance. He had a very beautiful star look. In fact, the whole appearance was very nice, on point. The entry was exceptional. From the his performance started from the red carpet through to the auditorium. The only glitch was the the sound from the beginning. But on stage, I think it is also about time we sit Medical down and tell him something. That's what I mean. Medical has bangers upon bangers. But Medical to get for audience to feel Medical being exhausted after 2 songs is a no-no for me. I think it is long overdue. Man has it. He has the style. He has everything. But the panting is always being felt in Medical's delivery. And it is not the best. And it and that's I mean, it is not the best. In fact, everything about Medical on the night, and also, this is not the time Medical has to prove to anybody that he knows how to rap. Medical should not come and try and prove himself that he knows how to rap. He himself, after the event, he came to write on Twitter that one of the songs that he performed as his entry songs, he had to edit some of the swear words in there, and people did not really get the content. Yes, they wouldn't get it because they are there to how do you call it, for you to entertain them, not for you to prove to them that you can rap. So if you really want to make a statement, try and find the appropriate time to make those statements. That's for Medical. Episode style and appearance was also good. Sarkodie has always proven to be the landlord. Beautiful delivery from costume, appearance, delivery, manner. It is always your mannerisms on stage, and what Kojo will say, the excitement you bring to the people. For your songs, we've heard it, but look at how he has even charisma on stage. You feel presence, and you see the size of the stage will always give any artist away. If you don't add some of these things to it, if you don't add drama, that is why you see Shatawale will just jump and hit the ground, grind. All these things are packaged.
And Sarkodie also had some acrobats.
Yes.
Who really made his performance.
Actually, we were just enjoying the performance before we realized some fire was flashing behind us. Show.
No, the acrobats were on point.
And they just came.
What they were doing behind him was solid.
And climbing on stage, they delivered very well. Charlie, some of these, the stage is always big and it will give any performer away. If you know you don't have people, that is dancers and these acrobats or stunt people to support you in your performance, try and find new ways of entertaining people. Black Sherrif with the passionate performance, I think he also delivered very, very well. He also delivered very well. Me, it was the passion and the mood for me with Black Sherrif. It was the passion.
I also enjoyed his performance.
Yes. You realize that he took people on a different dimension, people's mood on a different dimension with the songs he performed. Yes, we know the songs. We are very familiar with it. But on the night,
the mood of performance.
Yes, on the night he brought the mood out of those songs, including the Paradise songs, and it was beautiful. My last performer would be Kim Promise. Yes, I think his entry song and the whole performance was good for me. Yes, he performed his new song Terminator. I must confess that since the release of that particular record, I have not listened to it.
Okay.
But now I have it on my phone because of the delivery he gave on stage. In fact, the thing with the choreographers that he did and everything was clearly on point for me, and I really loved his performance. Episode with his appearance and everything, the tribute to Rude Boy Rankin was very beautiful and exceptional. That's it for my good performance. My not so good performance would
not so impressive
performance would be that of Jackie, that of Last Mid, and also Fuse. I feel the performances were very dry for me. It is because people know the songs and they would just want to do it, but then it was just they coming to sing, and that was it. Other than that, the ones that really carried the day for me, Black Sherrif, Sarkodie, PACS Star, and Episode.
I think I agree with your list as well. Jay.
Yes, sir.
Performances, then we do awards, then we close. Our time is up, as a matter of fact.
Yes, sir, boss. Asemo. It's rather unfortunate that we, the people that watched from home, actually did not have this kind of excitement or experience my people are mentioning here.
But how can you expect
no, the thing is,
the same experience after me buying 700 tickets?
No, so are they?
You want to sit home and watch free and get the same excitement?
So are you by these telling us that next year the whole of the world if you Ghana should move to the?
If you can.
No, but will the auditorium even contain us if we all decide?
Condom and raw will never be the same taste.
No, my point is, will the auditorium be able to contain all of us?
Those who can buy early will get it.
No, you see, what I'm trying to say.
The organizer also looking for money.
But Jay.
Before I moved here,
because of time.
Before I moved in here, I went back on YouTube to partially check the views, and they were around 145k views online. That is just YouTube. So if you
are which channel? On which channel?
Chatterhouse channel.
Okay.
So if you are by this telling me that how do you call it? Because I am
did you
watching
check that of TV3?
I checked just for Chatterhouse.
Okay.
So if you are by this telling me that because I didn't pay or didn't come to the auditorium, my feelings should differ from the people that are in the auditorium, then it means you are not being fair to the entire individuals that have interest in the VGMA or the people that decided to sit behind their phones, their TVs, just to watch. Those days it was very exciting when it is a night of the VGMA that you are at home with the family, you are all seated behind your TV enjoying or at least having some form of fun watching the VGMAs. But trust me, 99.9% of the people that watched this year's VGMA ended up falling asleep.
Where is the survey?
They were tired.
Not that they were tired.
But what?
You see, those days we were watching VGMA. We want to sleep, and by force we need to get stuff. Like sometimes we put our legs in water so that we not sleep.
It is GTV that will close,
so that we not sleep.
But
trust me, this time around, I was watching VGMA and watching movie somewhere. Alongside, so that I'll know for as a matter of fact, all the sound that came out was kind of suppressing, as though yachi akola ketwe bi edina she baby edan ketwe bi na yakata ni se unsuna unshedante yes, that was the kind of sound that we were having outside.
No, I think that then we have to blame the production people.
And again at some point you realize even the pictures were breaking, the videos, you realize you can hear the sound going, but the pictures is still
stable.
Yeah, you not see anything. And so going forward, in fact, if they want viewers or they want the audience at home to be part of the event, then they should consider the audience in the production, especially what will come out on TV. Because I know the event for sure is packaged for television so it should be done very well, because VGMA, of course, is the mother of all event or award shows in Ghana here, and Chatterhouse has got all the experience, and so they should do it well. But again, through it all, I think my best performer for the night was PACS Star. Right now at events of this kind, of course, we want to see a lot of creativity and in fact, the kind of style and all that you bring on board. And I feel PSA Esther this time around gave us all these. And in Ghana here, if you want to talk about best live band performance, you will not take gospel musicians out. They've got it all.
I think their segment was also beautiful.
Very, very beautiful.
They brought in the real spirit of performance.
Yes.
Their voices, the band, it was on point.
Delivery,
it was
lightning,
on point.
Everything, just on point. And I think I don't know if it's possible, but maybe Lastmate and the management should consider suing Charterhouse.
Okay. Because of what?
Because they ended up disgracing the guy like so badly. You go out and the kind of conversation people are having, and you see, Lastmate is
so something happened, and I don't know how they did not get or how they did not think about it. And once again, it also tells us that they did not pay attention to the production. Whilst
readiness.
Whilst Lastmate was sitting in the couch, and the ping was coming. To us in the auditorium, we were seeing what they were talking about. We were seeing it like, Charlie, it's Friday, what are you doing? Oh, we have to meet here, blah, blah, blah. So the we were seeing everything. Unfortunately, you watching on TV did not see. So I'm sure if you're then or two, you know.
Yeah, we only saw Lastmate sitting in the couch, nothing more. And you see, the reason why I'm saying Lastmate management should sue Charterhouse is because Lastmate is the winner for MTN Hitmakers. And that event is a live band performing event. And of course, you can look at the likes of or the winners of that event. You can't take performance.
They won't play live. So how can they see? They went that. They knew they wouldn't play live.
Yes, that's
no,
fine.
but can we also talk about Lastmate's attitude also on stage? I think it wasn't the best for me. In fact,
the person was not
energy. No, the energy from his first entry, that is right after leaving the couch, to me performing a party song.
You get the energy right when the sound is right.
With the suits.
Once the sound fills you, everything goes.
No, they went for sound check. It wasn't that the Saturday they brought him on stage. So you know what your artist is coming to do.
It was the dancers that brought him the energy.
So that
was I still think Lastmate got
that shit was bad, but that one.
Lastmate got so many things right.
Unless he wasn't
wrong, sorry.
Unless he wasn't hearing himself even from the monitors.
Lastmate got so many things wrong in the sense that even his costume was even wrong. We are talking about Friday night. Let's go and party. How come we about ties hiding?
Ties.
Into kwa fasa jacket na gu ho. O kwa party. O kwa o tie abritre. Abritre ni etia e fa jacket.
Na so jemu.
Say na time na person o share ayi no. Enti time na o ye kpren Satan na goza ko sorry share jacket no.
Of course.
Enti ka kpren.
The time o ye na Satan no start performance no. Yes.
On readiness production, which one was?
Oh, what is on readiness?
All these things were checked there.
This is what if the artist is failing?
On readiness,
on which part?
Last thing I want us to look at, Kojo, since you have the mic, award winners. We are wrapping up. Awards winners. Let's do 3 minutes, and let's wrap up.
I like the spread of the awards this time. Unlike before, you could see an artist.
Well, to me, what it will do to the artist, I also like it.
Yes.
What it will do to the artist's psyche. I don't know if it is right or wrong, but what it will do to the artist's psyche. I also loved the fact that many of them won, because if we give it to just few people and many of them go home without, because whilst we were even watching, those who were not winning, they were just moving. Whilst we were there, and you know, the spread for what it will do to their psyche, I think I also love it.
And not because maybe they are just sharing it. It was competitive. It was that competitive. Because even Camido's song, I wanted it at a point. I felt it would win more awards because you could see the category and very, very competitive. You can't predict that you are going to win because the level of input that most of the artists have given in was very, very great. And so I enjoyed how the awards were going and all of that. Definitely, album of the year. Yes, with that one, it was surprising when King Promise won, because everybody felt that no. When we talk about album impact,
the year
both
review
online and offline, and the excitement and all of that, you can't give
overlook.
You can't give it to anybody other than Black Sherrif. So on that side, yes, and I'm giving thumbs up to somebody like Perez Music.
Perez Music,
Yes, Perez Music, great inspiration for winning vocalist of the year and songwriter of the year with Hewale Lala. That was so on point. We have moved from the fact that some artists, maybe due to they are known and all of that,
who always bully
the rest. But this time they look into technicalities, and you can never dispute that song winning songwriter and vocalist of the year. So thumbs up to that. And even in the auditorium, when I was given, you could see a total support of the audience. Unlike previous years, certain awards, you see, the boos and all of that. But this time, when it's mentioned, you could see that many people support. Just one or two of them that people felt it could have gone to other people. And so the awards there this time, it was well. I love everybody who won it, really deserved what they won. And people weren't also okay with Jackie winning the record of the year.
Yeah. That also came with a shock.
Yeah, that also came with a shock. But I think the song too, her song was also on point. And meaning the board and academy, this time
they did professional work,
technical best, and I think that is
okay. Ro, awards winners, our time is up.
Award winners, I think the politics. I would say congratulations to all of them, especially the ones who won. Yes, most people did play their politics very well. People identified the places they were lacking, and even at the dying moment, they tried to solve it, and it paid really well for them on the night. Album of the year obviously would be one of the first. Yes, and looking at the two albums involved, in fact, one that people would tip as the favorite, even the one that Black Sherrif Crown. He was even very optimistic that when we need a crown or Cowboy 11-0 crown are not the album of the year, and it came with a shock. Now, most popular song of the year was also kind of a shock to me, because if we are talking about popularity, and the popularity is not only in Ghana, I am asking myself, how did KTT win over Camido's Sugar Cane? With that
in Ghana, is it also in that they are looking at?
Yes, that is what Robert Clark says. He says now the popularity has moved from Ghana. So if you are talking about popularity moving from Ghana and you pick these,
it's a popular song too. I was also thinking,
yes,
he was going to win.
In fact, it was to me Mekov over 0.5, over 10.5 cra for that particular slot. So that was also a surprise to me. And also 2 awards each created lots of tension in the auditorium, where at a point you realize that you have about 4 or 5 artists picking up two, and now the one that picks the 3 has the higher potential of winning the converted prize. Created lots of tension in the whole auditorium. It was good, and I think yes, so far the casualties in there wasn't so huge. My last point would be the surprise of the artist of the year categories, not the main one though. Whether gospel artist of the year, that one I don't count. I am talking about hip life song of the year, hip life artist of the year, high life song of the year, high life artist, as well as the reggae dancehall song and reggae dancehall artist. The reggae dancehall artist is one that I am very particular about, because I've seen
so many people.
I kind of find it very dicey as to why Stonebwoy is going to win the reggae dancehall artist of the year, because I am asking myself, okay, J Smart, when he was even talking about Elijah the Worshipper, he said Elijah is an Afrobeat artist. Okay, so I'm asking myself, but this guy does gospel. So if in a year under review, I pose myself as an Afrobeat, Afropop artist. Yet because I have a history with dancehall, I still come and present myself as a dancehall artist in that particular year under review. Scrubbing any other year. In that particular year, not still because I'm a reggae dancehall artist. And I'm say how. Then there lies somebody like Joe Metal Okoye reggae said then crack cannot find himself in the reggae dancehall artist of the year. If that is how we want to position our artists with this kind of precedent, I don't think it will help. Sorry to somebody like Kelvin Boy, because for him to have won the High Life Artist of the Year, a High Life Song of the Year, now I also hear me some way kakra. But then say I'm fair no man no Afrobeat in there it was clear say can do version.
Get it, yeah.
Yes, I think that was also very compensation. All the same, obi anya bi no is to you the psyche of the artist. But sorry to medical as well. Asab was zero. Clean sheet.
Medical so bro.
Yes.
Well, let's go on to just Mats and wrap up with
kind of direct.
See,
Let's go on to
the credibility, of course, of the VGMA over the years has been questioned, and I feel this time around too a lot of or few happenings were in there that suggested that, of course, because it looked as if they actually compensated certain people. Yes, for instance, when you look at video of the year, video of the year where Konongo Zongo, you see that video, of course, if you want to sit down and then maybe analyze that video very well, I think it is one of the senseless video ever to have been released by an artist. And so maybe they are just looking at pictures and all that.
What do you mean by senseless?
Go back, watch that video and then
what
analyze.
Do you mean by senseless?
What I mean,
why do I have to go back?
What I mean by senseless is storyline of and when you look at maybe fashion and maybe the assets, location and all that, it actually didn't tally with the picture they wanted to portray. And of course, if you want to maybe project a song or a video as video of the year, the video must cut across and have all these elements in there. And so once it is missing, and then compared, you pick that video as compared to the other videos in there, for instance, like PSA, Estes, YME, and the other videos in there, you realize they rather told the story or rather portrayed what a best video should have gotten in there. And so of course, and so they rather
Kojo has been talking about that as well.
Yes, so I think because let's say they robbed carefully or being selective of my word, Black Sherrif off album of the year, because clearly if you want to tip 3 albums from the year under review that were in the album of the year category, you of course pick Black Sherrif's The Villain I Never Was. You pick maybe Sarkodie's Jams and the other one that qualifies to be there. One other
5 star.
No, 5 star, of course. Looking at the buzz around it and the energy, I feel these artists, of course, some of them did some very excessive and intense tour and all that, promoting some of these albums. And when you look at their numbers and all that, but were robbed kind of their hard work. And so I felt because Blacko was not given that, they decided to let's compensate him with the video of the year kind of. So that is the only problem I have.
Because video of the year there was Stoneboy's therapy,
like crazy.
And Stoneboy Gidigba was there. Sarkodie Labadi, Kiddy Touch It, and Scott Evans best side.
Kiddy Touch It.
Yes.
The remix.
Yes, the remix with Tiger was there.
Yes.
That video too was dope.
So
it has the standard like the cryptocurrencies.
Of course. And so wrapping up to I feel wrapping up to I think
Omanjan is Antali.
Chat.
Yeah, Omanjan is Antali. But I see they could have still done the same thing. Give the video to someone who deserved it and bring the album to him. But the album there,
they just wanted to compensate.
But
he needed that
album.
No, but your friends, the Kim Promise was not also in the best video.
Yeah, we understand. But this year, you see, so some of the some of the things.
You album go to. A album name Afro pop. Afro pop. Artist.
Afro pop was given to Stonebwoy. Yeah. So wrapping up.
The song was Stonebwoy.
So wrapping up, I think we need to start pushing agenda, like you see, conscious effort to promote some of these things. For instance, Akwaboah over the years have been pushing high life agenda, like spearheading that very initiation and then conversation. However, you realize, and again, even under the year of review, if Stonebwoy can be picked from maybe setting his Afro dancehall and then be placed in reggae dancehall, and then Akwaboah has been pushing the high life agenda, rather loses a high life artist of the year to
someone who is pushing Afrobeat.
Kofi Kinata. Kofi Kinata won high life, but yes, high life.
What did Kelvin Boy win?
High life song. You see,
Down Flat.
Down Flat. And I feel if you compare these two artists, in fact, the year under review, Akwaboah has worked more, organized his own concert and all of that. Kofi Kinata, even unfortunately, couldn't have his
made in
Tadi and all that. And so, considering some of these things, realize, of course, they are not being fair to Akwaboah. So it means, what this means is that a way or the other, we are trying to tell the people out there who really want to also push the high life agenda that, okay, even no matter how fairly you push that agenda, we don't see it. Yes, in fact.
Well, we can only end it here. I've told you that there will be other angles that we'll be looking at with the VGMAs, but for now, I want to say thanks to Roland Amate, thanks to Kojo King, and thanks to man like J Smart, who has been back from his hiatus.
Yes.
I pray that he continues and not come on days for only agenda. They're not person bayan so your friend is saying Robert.
Oh, yes, serious.
Again, do you know that this guy, what's his name? Perez Music, that's Robert Class artist. So okay, go and do your findings.
Hey, okay, so once again, thanks to Jackie Boate, thanks to Big Nash for your support, for giving our people more slots for the VGMAs. We really appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, we'll be here to give you another edition of Showbiz Daily on Sammy Flex TV. But remember, Sundays, our evening interactive show will also be happening between 7 and 9 p.m. Join us and let's do some more. Thanks to Digital Rasta Currency on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. We are out of here. Oh, yeah.